So, red Solo cup again, and drinking red wine today, Lambrusco. I'm looking at the bottle. I think it's Lambrusco. It's a red wine, a sweet dessert wine. It's supposed to be good for the heart. I'm sipping on that today. It is apparently close to 0 degrees outside, which is why you see me in my many layers of clothing. That was gracious enough to be provided for me. So, update for the new year, what's happening? Am I always going to be like this? Is it always going to look like this? And the answer is no. Quickly, just to make a quick video for you, I will probably only have a couple of other videos like this in this setting. Within the next 7 days, I suspect, is when I will be finished with the remodeling of an actual studio soundstage that I can record on and master and everything like that, which I used to do as one of my jobs. Oddly enough, like I said, my job was to find ways to manipulate people into thinking things were good ideas, and one way to do that was to manipulate video and audio. And so I know how to do that, and we'll be doing that shortly, because you're watching these videos and like, is this guy for real? What is happening here? Am I just watching some crazy guy lose his mind in the attic or in the basement or in the bunker somewhere? And a good possibility, yeah, sure, maybe. But a better possibility is, no, you're watching a person who has given away all his livelihood, basically, and left his previous jobs in order to provide this information and to live a completely different life by example, and then hopefully to spread this type of life to as many people as possible. Because I really want you to know, I've talked about money and stuff before, that's all fake. You cannot rely on money. You can only rely on things you can provide, and the network you create of providing things once amongst each other, which is the true church in essence. Is you always read in the New Testament that they gave up their possessions and stuff. Do you think they just threw them outside by the street, or just handed them over to one person? We're like, here you go, that's everything I own, I'm just going to be homeless now. No, that's not necessarily what it meant. Yes, if they had specific need of that item right then and needed to go right here, right now, and you didn't, then yeah, it went there. But otherwise, like, you lived in your house still, but if someone else needed a place to stay, you have room in your house, and you gave it up willingly. You gave up your possession willingly to be used for the common good. Some people are like, man, that's like communism at its best. Yeah, if you let a general government dictate it, no one's saying that. No one's saying let a general government dictate. Well, I mean, if you are, that's crazy. Yeah, it's communism. I'm just saying, out of your own free will, out of your own good gesture, you should do this, because that is what is commanded of us, is to do this. So anyway, update, I will not be up here much longer. This is going to go away, hopefully in the next week. I'm thinking I already have the equipment for the soundstage and the area and everything. It's just more or less getting it all up, and the stuff that's already in there, getting it out of the way. And unfortunately, the vast majority of the time, it's just me, because it has to be like, no one can know where this location is. No one can know what's going on. Unfortunately, I know, that stinks so much. Why? Why do we have to live this way? Same reason why Christians have to live this way in China and are rightfully called Christians, because there's a state-sponsored church, and if you're not part of it, then you're an outlaw. Yeah, in America, you're an outlaw if you practice the religion of Christianity, which is so weird. You have so many different Christianities here. I'm not even going to get on the topic anymore, but if you're a true follower of the Christ, if you are one who claims all the claims of Christ, then you are one that people, even in America, are looking to put to death right now. And so that's why I always say, get yourself in order, get your things in order, because you can only do so much, and you can only help so many people as much as you can. Do what you can. Just use it wisely. Use your time wisely. Use your funds wisely. If you have a lot of money, I would recommend donating it in wise ways to charities. For instance, don't just necessarily write over a $5,000 check to a charity or a $50,000 check to a charity. How about this? How about you take 10% of what you were going to give to that charity and travel to that charity, to their headquarters or outlying location, whatever location you think might need the most help or whatever, wherever you want your money to go, and do that. and then decide there. Write the checks there on the spot as you see the need. Like, oh, you actually need to dig a water well here? Well, instead of just giving $50,000 to the direct location, let them decide how it's going to be allocated. Now that I'm here and I see the need, I'm going to write the check. I'm going to write for that well to be drilled. Oh, I still got money left over? Well, we need to do this here. Or, you know what? I need to travel to another location because this location is pretty much set for now. Like, it's basic necessities taken care of. And so on and so forth. Not only are you spending your money wisely at the point, but you're putting yourself in that network. You're creating a network that you don't even realize. You're meeting people and creating relationships that are godly relationships, and you're spreading the gospel to your natural life of just doing what you're doing. You don't even necessarily have to give the gospel message to the people. God already declares His glory in your actions. You're saved and you're doing these actions. God is declaring His glory in that. It's going to naturally come. You're going to find that you don't necessarily have to give the message so much, as people are going to ask you so many questions you won't have a choice but to spill the beans on the message. You can go into it scared, saying, God, I'm not a public speaker. I can't stand up in front of hundreds of people and talk in this village and stuff like that. Well, you're not going to have to, because you're going to go there and you're going to get there and see that they need water really bad, a well, and you're going to pay for that well to be dug with your money. That's one of the things you're spending it on. And while you're there, people are going to ask, why are you digging this well? Like, well, because you need water. And they say, well, why do you care that we need water? Oh, because, my God, like the Creator, loves you like He loves me, and He wants you to have water. Who is this Creator you're speaking? Like, you don't even want to talk about this Creator necessarily. You want to, but you don't want to. You're afraid to. But they're going to inundate you with so many questions, you won't have a choice to. And you're going to find that what you were afraid of maybe being rejected or maybe them scoffing at you, is not the case at all. They're going to really be intrigued to hear this from you, because it is very much out of the ordinary for this to happen, what you're doing. And those are the types of things I want to bring you for the New Year's. Think about is, if you're going to give your money away, yeah, you should totally do that because it's worthless, but it still has a little bit of good. And there's still a little bit of time left to get the resources set in place, so that when you do make your exodus, when you do make your retreat, wherever you're making a retreat to, that there's protocol and networks in place that could potentially help you, because you can't bring the things with you when you're running. You need all your energy to just run with what you have bareback. You don't have room to be putting a 70-pound rucksack on your back running. You're not going to be moving fast enough. Type of thing to think about. But what if the stuff you needed was already set along the way, because those people were there already along the way, and those things were already there along the way, and you could use them because you already had that network set up? Then you could run just bare, knowing that your provisions were already set in advance at a time. That's what I'm saying, is if you're going to spend money, which I've been spending money on, giving a lot of charities, I have some more in mind, and in fact, what I would like you to consider, one of the charities I've been working with, here we go, I'm going to give some background detail into myself and the companies I've worked with, and you'll get a more good idea of what I'm talking about when I say manipulate. Now, manipulation is not too bad. It is bad in a lot of cases, but it can also be good. And this is one of the cases where I feel it was good. But one of the charities I like to donate to, and I would encourage others to donate to, is the Daytona Rescue Mission in Daytona Beach, Florida. Volusia County, Florida, Daytona Beach. The Daytona Rescue Mission, it is run by... I've blanked on the name for right now, and he's run it since the inception. He created it, and he's still running it to this day. And he ran the Milwaukee Rescue Mission, I want to say, before that for quite a few years. Man, how am I not thinking of his name right now? Varga, Pastor Varga, Gabriel Varga, Pastor Gabriel Varga of the Daytona Rescue Mission. That is definitely someone you should be donating to. And if you want, just for kicks, to show him this video to show that I said that, and I'll see who it is, Pastor Varga, I am pleased to see you again, and I hope to see you in person. I can't wait to deliver to you the things I have prepared, because I have some things set aside for you that I think would be great for the ministry. So, side note, if you want to clip that and show it to Pastor Varga, if you intend to donate, please do that. Pastor Varga, Daytona Rescue Mission, an amazing, amazing place. Another charity, which I don't know if the charity even knows about it, because I haven't done any work with the charity, so to speak, with the ministry. I intend to in the future, but I can't. Too many things to get into right now. But the Creation Science Evangelism Ministry, I'm pretty sure Dr. Kent Hovind, and I think now They're in Lenox, Alabama, if I remember correctly. So if you intend to donate to a ministry as well, that is a very worthy ministry to donate to. I think they're doing phenomenal work in scientific research. I think it's weird. The more I watch the videos and the more I watch the things they are doing, it's almost like there is a modern day Israel, being the ingrafted Jews, being the Christians now as Jews, where they are almost separating again as in the beginning when Christ came, whereas you had the Jews and the Gentiles. Well, now you have the new Jews, the Christians, which are just ingrafted into the branch of the old Jews, the original Jews, the chosen of Christ, and then the Gentiles, people who are still not saved. And it's almost like Dr. Hovind is a Peter, so to speak, and he is more in relationship to people who are already saved, though he doesn't tend to reach people who aren't saved. But it does seem his demeanor and the way he speaks about people and stuff like that is he's more towards those who are already saved and kind of pushing them to be more aggressive in their proselytization, and the unsaved is more like for the Peters who are still out there. So I look at it as more as a Paul, but it's still a great ministry, and he does work with, as what I consider the Gentiles as well. In fact, he would probably claim that they want the majority of the ministry to be there, and that would be great also. Like, I would agree with that, but it just seems from what I've already seen, the way the attitude and stuff is, that it's more for those who are already saved, who already know Christ as Savior. So those are two good ministries. There's some more. I don't want to get into too many more, but those two ministries. And the one reason Creation Science Evangelism, how I came to know them, is a long time ago I used to be a guest of the governor, and that's a euphemism for another way of saying something. You look that up. But I used to be a guest of the governor, and his videos, some of his older videos on VHS, were available to view during my tenure there, and I watched them all. And a lot of the things I agreed with, and a lot of things I did not agree with. But many, many things I wanted to study further and hear more about, and wanted to read it more. And I did study a lot of them, and I actually came into a whole new way of thinking through that ministry. Now, I've never done any direct work with that ministry, but I have corresponded with the ministry a couple times, which is how I have a somewhat of a relationship, so to speak, with them. I don't even think they know. That's perfectly fine. But I would recommend, if you have two ministries to donate to the Daytona Rescue Mission, which houses homeless and does ministry for homeless, and donate to Christian Science Evangelism. I think it's drdino.com is the website you can go to donate for that. DaytonaRescueMission.org if you wanted to donate to that. I know that for sure. Believe it or not, I helped design the original web, back when the web was really young and stuff like that. I helped design the original web and stuff for them, and also the video and audio editing and all that good stuff. But also Dr. Dino, DrDino.com. I'm pretty sure it's DrDino.com. But look for Ken Hovind. I'm pretty sure we just Google Ken Hovind Creation Science Evangelism, Lenox, Alabama, whatever. You'll get the current website to go to and donate to that. They have a lot of needs, and I intend to donate to their needs here very shortly with whatever funds that I have available. Because again, the only reason to have money is to spend it where it's needed. It's not to hoard it and use it for yourself. It's completely worthless that way. But we're giving the illusion right now that it's worth something that way, and we're putting our faith in it, and that's why it is. It doesn't, it's not going to be that way much longer, because we're going to be made to make our faith change and to go into a different currency. Different topic for another time. Different currency coming soon to a theater near you. Can't wait to get on that, but I want to do that. I really want to do that on the sound stage and studio. I don't want to be broadcasting like this. I want you to see the facts. I want to have like a green screen behind me with just straight up facts and like a weatherman just pointing out. That's what the intent is. That's what I'm going for in the future here shortly. That's what you should be seeing in the next week or two. So I encourage you to keep watching and to keep asking questions. Let me know what direction, what things you think need to be identified or talked about. It's all good. Everything is good to study, and let's encourage each other. I'm just a human like you. I'm no different. than any of you. There's nothing special about me. Like what? So I pray to God. So I pray to the Creator, and so He speaks to me. So He lives inside of my heart and speaks to me. I want Him to live inside of your heart, and you have the same exact thing. I don't want to be a mediator between you and the Creator. I want Him to live inside of you. That's all. That's what I want for you. I want you to have the direct link. And if I have to be the mediator, started out, praise God, praise the Creator in Jesus that He created, that He glorified Himself even in my actions, so that it's not me, it's Him. That's an awesome thing. Christ be glorified in everything. He is the Creator. He is the one of all. And we should rejoice in it because He created us to be joyful with Him. It's not even like He's running it so we just be bowing down. That's not even how it's supposed to be. It's not a bowing down thing. Like, you will bow if you want to go. You will bow to the Creator, but that's not what He created us for. We're going to get into that in a second. Creating us for. Did He create us to be eternal? Are we supposed to die? We are supposed to die? 100 years? 200 years? How long? How long are we supposed to have? Oh, things I want to get into. I want to have screens so bad. Soon. Almost built.